Welcome to the Dobsonian Power Night Sessions Friday night. If you love to watch the sky, whether you have a telescope or not, you are in the right place. But if you have a telescope and want to learn a bit of how to watch it with a camera, in real time, the beauties of the universe, you're also in the right place. My name is Tiago and I'm your host tonight. We are streaming from the south of Europe. Planet Earth, continent Europe, country Portugal, region Algarve, 37 latitude, Bortle 5. Hello Joe Russ, Ray Oxize, Astro Womble, Green Cat, Marilyn, Jord, Marco, I'm glad you're here, Anaximandros, Jord. We have a huge challenge, huge. I have no idea if it will be a fail because I have outside this telescope. It's super windy, you can see by the trees. It's super windy. I couldn't have the Dobsonians outside. Look at this. Look at this wind. It was scary windy yesterday night. When it's too windy, my solar panels start to make some noises and weird stuff passes here. And it will be a challenge. By the other hand, we have the clouds, a huge black dark group of clouds nearby. Let me see, where are they now? Super hot. This is summer sessions. Hope you're having a great summer. You see, huge, you see, here, a huge layer of clouds. However, this wind, I was studying it. I was outside before the live stream, not knowing if I was going to stream. I was sitting on one of these chairs outside and watching only that huge black group of clouds to see the movements. And as far as I could realize, is that the clouds are being protected, or my house is being protected because of the wind. So huge challenge here. Now we have that telescope, which is a 72 ED Evostar Skywatcher Apo Doublet Refractor telescope, which is better for the wind. It's super small aperture, and only with a ZWO 224 camera, also a budget camera, a 200-300 bucks maximum camera, with just a Baader neodymium filter, which is also an inexpensive filter, and nothing else. No Nexus, nothing. So this will be very challenging. Now, on top of that, we have those issues with the connection, with the scene scan, with the application, with the mount. Hopefully we'll overcome also that challenge and make it work. I don't know if I need to use an extender or not. I really don't know. I swear I didn't test it. It's outside with a camera. I will point to the sky and see if I will have to focus. I have an autofocuser, so it will be easier, and we will see what we can get. Well, actually, this is a 700, more or less 700 bucks setup for the ones that have already a mount or a Virtuoso. But if you have a Virtuoso, you have two scopes. This one and a Virtuoso. So in reality, I'm using the mount of the Virtuoso, so we will have 400 bucks more of all the Virtuoso setup. So it will be a refractor, a mount with a Virtuoso, and a camera. Either ways, it's an inexpensive setup if we can succeed. We don't know yet. We don't know. Hello, Brian Fowler, Abiosis. You have the 80 ED, it's better than this. This is the cheaper one. In a range of quality refractor, this is the, in my opinion, the best bang for the buck. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do the connections. I have this wired. Now it's very inexpensive. This is 30 bucks or something. You have all the links in my webpage. Get free resources and links to the gear I use at dobsonianpower.com. So actually, this is on Amazon, 27 bucks. Very, very inexpensive. In Europe is a bit more expensive because it's in euros, 39 bucks. It's not too much. To have a wire connection plus a USB cable, it's needed 10 bucks. I paid. So let's do it, let's do it. Let's do it! Are you on holidays, any of you? So let's connect it. Let's do the job. If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world. First connection. Pointing north. North, more or less. North and horizontal. Turn. Always tight it very well. Always. Now, cable. To the mount. And to the camera. Connect it. Super windy. Super windy. Okay, now it's pointing north, horizontally, everything connected. Now, scene scan. Communication error. Connect the telescope, of course. The power. Without power, nothing happened. Okay, it's connected. So far, so good. Look at the wind. This is incredible. I don't know how we will make it. Now, for now I will leave it like this. Then I will cover the camera because the infrared of the camera, the infrared that allows us to watch this with brightness at night, it will mess with the telescope. This is Altazimuth, Marilyn. Go-to, it's a go-to. Now it's connected, and now I will open Sharp Cap. No, first I will align. No, I will open Sharp Cap to see what we will see. Beta version. It's not connecting. It's not connecting. Ah, it's not a 294. It's a 224. Of course, 224. I have to search. Hold on. Of course, if it's the 224, it can't be this. So let me find. It's the 294 is usually the camera I use. It's more expensive, but it's wonderful. Now it's connecting. Now, as we have already thin clouds in the sky, it will be a bit noisy, and this camera is a bit noisy also. But we'll see, we'll see. Let's align on... Let me see the stars we have. I will align on one star. Let me open Stellarium, which is our backup to know the constellations where they are. Let me see one good star. Altair, maybe. Altair. Okay, it's here. Southeast. Or Vega. Altitude 75. Okay, I will try Vega. Alignment, 1 star. Where is Vega? Let me search. Vega. Not here. Do I have the limits? Let me see if I have limits. This is important. Sometimes this scene scan doesn't work because we have limits. Altitude limit. 90 degrees. Lower 0. No, I don't. Where is Vega? I don't know why it's not showing Vega, but I will choose Altair. Keep it simple. Begin. Let's track the movement because I don't trust. It's moving. You can see it's moving. The telescope. I don't trust the cables and... It's moving. Okay. So far so good, so far so good. Super windy, super windy. Stop. Yeah. Now I can't see anything. First challenge. Focus this telescope. Let's try to brighten this first a bit. I have no idea. Ooh, this is too much. Super noisy. This camera is super hard to work with. Now, I will try. What I'm going to do is I will try with a focuser. Should be connected. This remote that I have to move the focuser up and down. Let me see if I can see the focuser. No. To move it and see if something appear here. It's super hard when we don't know the focus plane. Going down, it's going inwards. I think it's working. Let me point the flashlight here to see. Oh, it's all in already. Okay, so this is a good start. It's all in. Now I will start moving outwards the focus to see if we can get anything. No, it was all out. Now it's going inwards. I saw it moving. So one thing, it's good. It's working. Hopefully we get stars in the field of view. I'm not seeing anything. So far, no donut. I have no idea if the movement, the right movement, it's inwards or outwards. So I'm testing. I'm using the 224. Super inexpensive camera. Actually the most inexpensive camera on the market, apart from the 120, which I don't recommend, because the difference is too much of the quality. Although this one is hard to... This is the first time, then I know already the position, and the next time I know more or less where to place the camera. I don't even know if I have to use an extension. The best thing is to point to a bright star. Let me see where it's pointing to. It's not pointing to Altair. I will do it manually, and then we'll see. The old-fashioned way. Star Hope. Fairy. I pointed manually to Antares, but it's not there. Now I will try to move it to see. I need a bright star to see if I'm on focus or not. Hold on. Huge challenge. I think we are close because I see here a light. Let me move the telescope. This is a trick. Yes, there's a light. I don't know if it's a donut or something. I have no idea. And I don't know the position of the camera if it's right. I think it will be more or less. Okay. We have light. Yes, this is completely out of focus. Let me see if I can... find Antares. Let me try to move the focus to see what happens. Out. Imagine a beginner grabbing this camera for the first time without knowing the position of the camera. It's exactly the same thing. But I'm not seeing any star when I'm moving, so I will try another thing. I will add an extension. I'm using the wrong remote. This one. Okay, the focuser was all in. This is very, very hard. I don't know if moving left the telescope, the camera moves left. Okay, I will do that. I will add... Hold on. Yes, I'm moving out. Look at this. You see the bright again? This is a donut. A huge one because it's completely out of focus. Can you see it? This is very good challenge for beginners. Can you see here something? I'm pointing to a super bright star, which is Antares. I completely ignored the alignment. Now I just want to focus on a star, to have it focused, and then we think in the alignment. I'm moving outwards, it was all in. I'm moving the focuser outwards, and we can see the donut is getting smaller. So the way to go, it's outwards. But it will be a threshold. Yes, I will have to use an extension. Yes, I think it's all out. Now, what I'm going to do is to add an extension. A simple extension I have here. I have here one, maybe a larger one. It's the same. I will add a simple extension, a 2-inch, and see what happens. You'll see it's very easy to do it. Because now I'm trying to figure where the good focus is. It's very nice for beginners or people that doesn't have a telescope. I'm thinking in buying the 224 to have a notion of the problems. Look at the wind. Look at the wind. Horrible. Now let's see what happened. You see? The donut is better now. Now let's keep moving outwards. See what happened. If the extension is enough. Now it's getting bigger while I'm going outwards because I have much space. I will go inwards to see what happened. Inwards. Let me see. I think it's inwards. Yes, inwards. No, it's worse. Yes, it's worst. It's outwards. It needs more space. Outwards again. All out. I'm moving all out. It's not enough. It's not enough. I will have two. One of two. Add another extension, which I have, and increase the space between the telescope and the camera. Or if you don't have an extension, try to pull it a bit out and then tighten the screws again. As I have another extension like this, I will add it. See? Equal. So now I'll do it again. Let's do it again. There's another trick, which is using a camera spacer. Look, it's much better. Let me see now if the camera is alright. Move left. Yes, it is. You see the donut? There's another trick I will show you. Because this is so important because a beginner, if buy a telescope, then buy a cheap camera, knowing the issues that these cameras have with small sensors. The problem is the small sensor, small field of view. And then start to having these problems because it's a problem everybody, beginner or not, everybody will have. They don't solve it, they don't know how to solve it, and they start to get frustrated. And that frustration leads to bad actions. Sometimes people say, that telescope is a hobby killer. I don't agree. I disagree because the hobby killer is when you get frustrated. It can be with a good or with a bad telescope. Okay. Now let's move outwards. To see if it gets smaller. Oh, it's already all out. Move inwards. If it gets smaller, it's good. No, I will need more. Come on, this is... I will use another extension, but I will tell you the trick because not everybody has so many extensions. What you can do is... Let me see if I can show you. What you can do is... This kind of spacers, this is what a beginner should buy. Everybody should have at least one set of these. I have two. 2 or 3. I think 2. One set of these spacers. These are spacers for the cameras, for the eyepieces. You should have it with you. You see, spacers. And this set comes with loads of spacers. If you, in plan B, desperate situation, you have, if I have these spacers to the camera will be with loads of spacers in there. Then I can pull the camera out of the focuser, the extension in this case, and then tight. And that's a solution while you don't have a larger extension. 10 centimeters. You see, oxize has. It's very good to have. I have a solution for this. But I like to explain because a beginner or somebody that is watching us and will buy a telescope or a camera like this, because many people buy this cheap camera because it's cheap, and I understand because I did the same. I didn't know if I would like to use the camera. So I didn't want to spend loads of money without knowing in advance if I will like it or not. Then I like it, I loved it, and I bought a better one. So let's do it again. Let's do it again. I will add a huge extension. It's a different one. It's protective for the dew. It's a dew protection. Let's do it again. Let's see now. Okay. I tried to adjust, to rotate a bit the camera to see if I can get it centered. Now, it's all out. Or almost. Let's go in. And it's getting better. So, going inwards, it's getting smaller. So I know that I'm safe now, because it's the movement, the good movement to get focus will be inwards, because I'm moving inwards and it's getting smaller. The next time I know already the space, you see, the focal plane of the camera. See, I'm going inwards. Now I will have sometimes it happens when you add more space or extensions, then you go on all in and you get stuck. You need to change the size of the extensions or spacers, or move the camera out, which is usually what I do. Okay, let's move this to center it. It's getting better, and there is. And now we can see already stars, you see? We did it! First part of the challenge. Now let me focus. The focus. So we get the focal plane. We got it. Let me fine tune. I want the stars, small stars. We can see the movements of the mount, the drift. We can see much more with this camera also because it's all zoomed. I'm trying to move it. I think I will rotate a bit more. No, it's better not to rotate because it's focused already. Let's fine tune. Just a fine tune. Now, of course, the distortions we usually see in this inexpensive refractor. Now we don't see them because it's a small sensor. I think it's fine. This is not a line. Thank you, Astro Thief, for gifting 5 Dobsonian Power memberships.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support. Astro Wombler, David Woods, Scorpio, Obscurity 89, Christoph. You are now members of the Dobsonian Power channel. Welcome.
Dobsonian Power.
Now let me fine tune. I want this. Well, the mount is moving, but it's too windy. I can't tell that. Let me fine tune. That this is because of the mount, because this is really too windy. So these small movements, I think it's okay. Yes, I can see these small stars. Now I'm watching the small stars. I don't have the spikes of the Newtonians. Now I'm fine-tuning, watching the small stars. When it's focused, right now it's with the small stars. Okay, we're done with the focuser. Now the camera is fine. Now I think we can, as we have to realign this, I think I remember that you said if you want to rotate without losing focus, you can rotate the extension. Yeah, I want to rotate just a bit. Let me see. You see, when I move up the telescope, this moves a bit down. Let me see that trick of Anaximandros. Let me see now if I nailed it. It's the same. Now if I move down, now it's better. We don't have to be perfectionist. So far so good. Well, as I'm with it, I will rotate it better. This will be easy because the USB cable it's pointing down. So it's easy to remember. It's super windy. Let me check the focus again. Yeah, it's fine. Good trick. Good trick, Anaximandros. Anachimandros. This is a Thiago suffering stream. Yes, he's one of those. No, Astro Thief. Yes, I like the 224, but I prefer to use the 294. I'm doing this mainly because of the beginners, because I know people. Doesn't matter what we say, don't buy this one, buy a better one, a larger sensor one. It doesn't matter because, and I understand because I passed the same through the same. Let me disconnect my... I forgot to disconnect the phone. Now, we have a park position, no? If I say to the scene scan, I have to reset everything to align. We have a park position on the scene scan, no? Go to park position? Or do I have to restart everything? Reset alignment. Let me see what happened. Are you sure you want to reset? Yes. I want to reset. Where does it go? Nothing. It didn't move. Do we have a park? Go to park position? Now it's not moving. The mount is all over the place. Backlash. Do we have a park position? Go to park position. No, you can realign at any time without park. Okay. 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 So I just do here the alignment. Okay. Alter. It will not, but I have to have it parked, I think. Well, let me try. Yeah, the telescope is all over the place. It's pointing to the wall. It's pointing to the wall. Didn't work, Ray. Don't we have a park position? I can do it. I can go outside and pointing. But I thought we had a park position. Go to park position. Utility. Hibernate. Come on, nobody knows? You have to be in a home position before align. Yes. And don't we have something to tell the scene scan to go to park position, to home? Where is home? I didn't define home. Probably is that. No park. Okay, I will do it manually. No problems. I always have to do it manually. I'm used to it. So I will rotate the telescope. Is already more or less horizontally. And point here to the camera, to north. More or less. Now, just in case, I will reset the alignment. Again. Alignment. I is reset it already. Okay. 1-star alignment. I don't see Polaris. Let me try Polaris because it's easier. When I try another star, it gets far away from it. You see, it's moving. It's moving wrong. It's in the wrong way. Polaris is not there. I will reset everything. Polaris. Going to Antares? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'll move it again to the right. Maximum speed, 9. Although this is good to check the connection, the wired connection is working fine. You see those spacers there? Because you are trying to use the go-to before you align. No, I didn't try to use the go-to. No. It's moving again. You have to turn it off and on again. The axis... Okay, I will just push the button and that's it. Hold on. I disconnected and reconnected. Let's see now. Scene scan. I will close scene scan. I don't trust. Scene scan. Connecting. Alignment. 1 star. Polaris. Begin. It has to go up. It's going up. It worked. This is the workflow that I usually do. But not enough, I think. Okay, I will close the camera, the security camera. Because it will mess. You will see the difference when I close the camera. I put the cap. What's happening? What's happening? It's super windy. I don't know if it's the wind or not. Okay, Polaris, it's to the left. And up. No, don't say those words here. Overhead. Because of the YouTube doesn't like. This is a white channel. You don't want me to be blocked from live streaming, no? Look, this is Polaris, I think. If it's not, I will say it is. Either ways. Okay. Now, right, up, and bam. Okay, this... It's supposed to be a line. First challenge. Succeed. Now, we have it on focus. We choose the object. It has a very small field of view, Carl. Imagine with a Dob. No, it will work, the plate solve. At least with the Dobs, it works. Let's see if the Refractor can do it. Now, object. A good one for this. Let me see. We didn't watch the traffic. It is not so hard. It's not so large. But it's not so good as with... Let me check the field of view. So this is 294. I will change it for the 224 without any reducer and with a telescope. This is what we can frame. You see? We can frame exactly this because it's a small sensor. If it was the other camera, look the difference. The 294. You see? So the lagoon here, if it was this with the 294, was this, and with this one will be just this part. Okay, let's go to the traffic. We didn't watch it yet. Yes, I have Bortal 5. 5.6 now. Okay, M20. Let's see if it works. You see, now it's stable. M20. Let's say to the go to go there. Go to. If it will miss or not. Why is turning to me? This will mess with the cables. The cables will be stuck. The cable is stuck. I have to check that. Now. Are we there or not? We will check with a push to. Or a go to. We can go here. Tools. Let's plate solve to see if it works first. Plate solve is basically the software trying to figure the position in the sky where we are. Where is it? Scope controls. I have to connect. It's not connected. Connect. Oops. Connect. Tracking. Plate solve. Let's see if it works. Yes, Rothy, but for planetary... Didn't work. Let me see which is the plate solve that I'm using. Astap, no, I have to change this. stopped, never played solve now. I will... because I'm using the wrong application. This is not the go-to. Yes, I want to close sharp cap. I will use the go-to with the drivers. I have another sharp cap just for the go-to. I forgot. This one. This one is the one that makes the connection with the go-to. Okay. Let's solve. You see, it's already connected. Okay, let's solve. Now I don't know if the other one has the... I can't see. No. Well. Let's see if it played solve. With this camera. And a refractor. Well, not so many stars, because if we were using the other camera I have, will be much wider, the field of view, and many more stars. Plate solving rocks if it solves. With the Dobs, which are more important to me, but... I opened another instance. The focal length I didn't use. In the ASTAP I should use, I think. But it's trying to solve. I don't know if it will. It's getting too much time. Eventually it will solve. Okay, let's try that ASTAP. Cancel. With the focal length. The focal length... Plate solving. But we should not use with this all sky, according to Robin. The focal length is... I don't remember. Is... I think it's 417. 17. Okay, I will try that. And 18. Let's see if it works like this. The thing is, I will have to change every time I'm using. Let's try the push tool. M20. M20. Start. Let's see if it played solve. It's a 72. 420. Yes, I placed 418. Yes, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. This can be a fail. I don't know yet. So far, we surpassed the focusing, the camera, everything. We are watching stars. But the plate solve... Still trying to find. I'm using, there's a thing that is called, in the settings of the plate solving, is a Sigma. I'm using 200 and I don't know if it's too much for this camera. Because it captures the odd pixels. Huh? Now that you input the focal length, you could set it to a stop. A stop works for me if I input the focal length. Okay, let's try that. Because it's taking too long. Close. Let's try that. Change to a stop. Focal length. Apply. Okay. I think it's gonna... Let me check again. Plate solving. Always send 8-bit image to plate solving application. This also can work. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. First we will try like this. It's moving. Stop. Should be the win. Okay, plate push 2. I wish it could save it could record here the last object we search. Failed. Let me try that thing that we have there. The always send 8-bit images. Tools, push 2. You see now I have to write again AM20. Select, start. It's solved. It's that trick, you see, that simple trick. It's super fast. We solved it! Yeah! Alright, I will show you. I will show you again. This is the trick. It was not the focal length, it was this checkbox. When, from the moment I checked this, always send 8-bit images to the plate solving application. That means it will send 8-bit images. And it works. Sometimes. Okay, let's do again. Tools, push 2. You see now, if we have recorded, I will ask Robin to do that. M20. I don't have to be always. Start. Bam. Okay. Now, this is working very well now. You see, from now it will be easier. I love a stop. How connect USB smartphone to a computer? Can you link application to smartphone and software for Windows? You can connect with, you can mirror it, you can... Well, connect how? I'm connected, you have to have an application. I have connected it for the camera. Okay, let's move this. Where are the arrows? Marco, can I use the controls here? No, it doesn't happen. It doesn't open the controls on Sharp Cap, the arrows. I will have to move the telescope like this. So I will have to use the go-to again. No? No, it's here. Okay. Left 1, down 80. Let's move down a bit. Still plate solving. It will fail sometimes because it's moving. I'm moving the telescope. 040. 0.37. This way is easy. You see, the worst part was... Now left. We say what the instructions he gives here. The worst part was the beginning. It's always a beginning, was to focus the camera. We had no idea. I have to move more to the left. Stop and see. I hope the cable can handle this. It's moving. Let's stop it. And stabilize. It's the wind. Now let's see if it solves. Solving frame. It's not solving now. Why is that? Look here. Please wait. I don't want to wait. Ah, it's solved. 62. Bit more. To the left. It's there. We did it. Yes. It's there. Look here. We don't need this anymore. Close. It's here. I can see it. Now let's stabilize this. Bit more. Now the blue, the reflection is at the top, right? And the red is what we see, barely see here. It's at the bottom, so it will be like this. I think it's more or less centered. Let's stabilize this first. It's stabilizing. Yeah. This is the wind. Move a bit down. Now let's see another challenge. We won another challenge right now to find the nebula. This is a Tri-Fit nebula. You are not watching, but you will. From the moment I love stack. Now, as it's windy, no field of view. No. 4 seconds. Why is this not stacking? I don't have for this camera. I have to do it manually. So let's change this to, let's do live stack. Bam, live stack first. Now this is with 2 seconds and height gain. I will change to 4 seconds or 2000. Ah, come on. There's a glitch every time I try to write. Look. I have here selection quick picks. 4 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds gain. I think I will decrease. 350, let's see if it works. And clear. It's better. Okay, okay. This is amp glow at the corner because I'm not using darks, and this camera has amp glow. Amp glow is this aberration. It's like, it looks like a light is pointing here. Now let's adjust this. Not bad for a cheap setup. You see the amp glow? If we use darks, it cuts this. I don't have this with the 294 camera. If we use darks, it's not stacking. Should be this. No? It was the brightness. I'll take off the filter. Brightness. Stacking again. It was this filter I have here. Filter on brightness. The software I'm using is SharpCap. Oof, it moves the mount. It is recentering, but it moved. I don't know why. It's supposed to recenter. It moved. That's why it cut here. Any small movement with this camera will be noticeable. Yes, this is a very good nebula for anybody to try to capture. Any beginner. I'm not sure if this is recentering. Yes, now I can use the sharp cap plate solve button on the right. Yes, Jaloman, this is with a 224. This is the Tri-Fit Nebula M20 with a cheap setup. Ooh, could not align. It's moving, for sure. It's not recentering. I don't know why. Arc connected. Maybe I should have the... there should be a trick to keep it recentering. I don't remember. This is a Tri-Fit Nebula M20 with a cheap setup. 72E2... No. This is a Tri-Fit Nebula with a cheap setup. 72 ED, Skywatcher, Refractor and a 224 inexpensive ZWO camera. Amazing! Last time you settings set to recenter after pixel movements. Yes, the wind is moving, but it's a lot of wind. But we should have the recentering working. I don't remember. Recentering is on the guide tab in live stacking, but I don't recommend it with this camera. It will recenter more than stack. Yes, Carl, I'm using the Bader neodymium filter. It's basically this filter. No, this is the infrared cut, and this is the Bader neodymium. Basically, it's the infrared cut filter on steroids. It's a low light pollution filter. Otherwise, this will be... the stars will be blown up, and also the background will be pinkish. It will be a mess. I really don't like without any... we gotta have some filter in this sky that I have. If I don't use filter, is a mess. At least infrared with these cameras is needed. Cut here. It's a broadband filter. As it's broadband, it can capture this. If I was using a narrow band filter, this will be cut. This part of the nebula, because this is striped, because it has 3 nebula. It's the emission nebula here with hydrogen, the red part. Then the dust here, the dark nebula. And here around. And at the top we have this blue is oxygen. It's emission nebula. It's a reflection nebula. It's reflecting. And those filters cut the reflection. Thanks, Carl. Okay, at the end, it was we can say it was a success. It was not a fail. At the end, we did it. It was tough, though. Three-in-one object, yes, Marco. Nebula, dark nebula, and cluster. Yes, the cluster. Which reflects these nebulosities is a reflection. And this one is emission because it emits and not reflects. It's the hydrogen. Yes, overhead. Much better than this. The 462 camera is a sensor which is larger than this. This is the hardest one. Another thing that I like in infrared cut filters, it's that we can see the dark nebula much better, these details. Now, I still prefer the 294. The 294, it's much easier to use. I will not be here suffering, and it will be a good image with an Nexus, but I'm not using anything. Bortle 5 or 6 is bad enough. Well, it's what we have. I can't complain. If I compare, that's like the ones that look at the car of the neighbor. If the neighbor has a Ferrari or a Lambo, you look at your car and say, oh, my car is a mess. But if you look to the other neighbor and it has an old car, cheap one, or cheaper than yours, you say, oh, mine it's better. So it's like a question of perspective. The half water in the glass. You can choose. I can't complain. I watch everything here with you. Look at this beautiful nebula here with a cheap setup. I'm happy. It's summer. Everybody's happy. If I can make a list, a full list of bad things. Starting by the obstacles we had, but we see them here in this channel, as a challenge. Sometimes I fail, but sometimes I not, like tonight, so I'm happy. And when I close the live stream, I will feel good about it. I will not remember the other stuff. The dust is in the air, the jet stream that we have now, the wind, the clouds that we have. It doesn't matter at the end. The camera, it doesn't matter at the end. At the end, what matters is to watch the sky and feel good about it and understand what we are watching. So you know why it's Trifid now, if you didn't know. Yes, it's kind of IPC size, more or less the same. More or less that. It's a bang for the buck, but it's not the one that I recommend. What I recommend is this one. Instead of this that I'm using, is this. This is what I recommend. 6-inch Virtuoso. Because remember that I'm using this mount, the mount of the Virtuoso. I'm using it with this refractor. So it will be an additional cost. You'll have to have a mount already to use this refractor. If you have an equatorial mount, it will work very well. But in this case, it's a solution for... Imagine that you want a simple telescope like this one, the 6-inch Virtuoso, and you want to have a refractor for wide field, which is the purpose or my goals with having this telescope. Not for this kind of nebula. For this kind of nebula, I will use the Dobsonians. They go deeper in detail, and I prefer the 6-inch Virtuoso, for instance. Yes, it's it's a problem many people have, to watch only the grass in the other side. Damien. There are many different colors because they are natural colors. They are, if you use narrowband filters, they will cut most of the stars and the colors. Now is getting worse, the image. Okay, that's all for tonight. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you're having a great weekend, and you will have for sure a great rest of the weekend. Enjoy with your friends, with your family. Enjoy life. Celebrate it, because this is beautiful. And watch the sky if the sky is clear. If it's not, another time. Thank you very much, and bye bye.